Rhythm, thank you for the lurk, Mundle. I hope you have a nice travel back. It's been nice seeing you. Talk to you next weekend, I suppose. Thank you for the posture check and the hydrate also. Stream hasn't officially begun yet, by the way. Hello. Welcome. Good morning, Kelly. How's it going? So today is D&D day. Of course, as usual, that means that I won't be able to talk to chat the way I usually do, because obviously I don't want to be talking over people too much. I don't want to be talking over, other people's streams. So for the most part, I'll be muting to talk to chat, and I'll try to do it in lulls between conversation when no one's really talking, so I don't talk over people too much. But yeah. Oh, that's clever, Kelly. You got me there. Oh, how you doing? Welcome. Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna be joining the voice call very soon. I have almost no sleep. I am very dead. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna go join the voice call now, and yes.
App are we on right now?
Hello.
The one you're on.
I've returned.
Okay, just make sure. All right.
Sadly, I didn't finish putting walls on the the thing that y'all will end up at if things go according to plan.
Not
Oh
plan, thank you.
no, it did it again. I have like 80 fucking character sheets right now.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh. Why does it keep doing
Oh,
that?
excellent.
I don't know. I think I unassigned them all, but it didn't delete them. That'll be just a slow process I go through later.
Yeah. Type DLE.
Deba-pa-pa-pa. Level 8.
Something like
I
that.
can work with that. Yes. I mean, obviously, y'all can start whenever. It'll just take me a few
also,
minutes. I'll have something good for this, though.
I'm still eating, so I'll be slightly non-talkative.
Well, Faye's still introing, so...
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Alright.
yes, my sheet. That's actually, yes, character sheet. Good
My
thing
sheet.
to have, yes.
Speaking of things, I also need to go grab my water because Mundle hydrated me, and I was like, I don't have my water bottle. Let me go get that.
Mundle hydrated you.
Right back.
I mean, it's kind of Mundle's
it's
job,
Mundle.
so...
Yeah. The keeper of water.
Did we have a name for the satyr?
I gave it back in blue text somewhere, but I cannot remember it for the life of me right now.
New name.
Eolos.
Helos.
Eolos.
Who's Elos?
EOLOS.
Elos.
Gotcha.
Ah, is Ham actually playing Elos? Is that what's happened?
Apparently.
Apparently. Excellent. I think that makes more sense than another random prisoner showing up, I suppose. Ham gets a temporary character.
Don't you worry. My character that I want will come. In one of these campaigns, I love it.
Ham just decides, you know what? Nah, I'm keeping the fucking weird satyr.
Actually, depending on how this goes, that may be what happens.
I'm Elos now. This is my man. Are we doing... I didn't ask earlier. Are we doing webcam in Discord, or shall I set up my webcam in this thing instead?
I am on phone only.
Fair.
I'm not.
That's fair. Alright, I will pop a webcam into the
Not
stream.
even in front of a computer.
That's fair! Yeah. So I will... Well, actually, I might not do webcam, because that might be what was part of what was causing... I might be having RAM issues again, so I will leave it off for the stream for the sake of Tailspire not causing my stream to fucking drop frames, if it's because it might just be the combination of Tailspire and all the browser sources and the webcam. It might be that. So we'll find out. It's a constant experiment.
Next time on D&D.
So let's see, the luck rolls so far have been Zell rolled a 1, I rolled a 2.
Alright, Baron Esther's gonna roll one. Let's see how this turns out.
This is fun.
13.
Oh! Lucky 13!
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Does it mean nothing? Is it meaningless to roll for no reason? Yes. Is it fun? Also, yes. But it's like, I don't see you streaming, but you're still getting hydrated, bitch. Take the hydrate.
Cannot escape.
You cannot escape the hydrate. You will not hydrate.
I have my rum and coke. This is what I'm going to hydrate with.
Yes, because you cannot stream because you are not home. You are away.
Yeah. I am on a wonderful 4 down, 900k up.
Yep. So
Unstable at that. So yes, I apologize for that in advance.
Yeah,
Oh no, Mundle's already got to leave us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Mundle. Alright.
He will be
missed
missed until our aim gets better.
until our aim gets better. Until
Oh Jesus!
oh boy.
It has been a while, so that this is to be expected. Yes.
Yes.
So where do you all want to pick up? Do you want to pick up with Zell, our delightful fairy boy, who is currently on an adventure of his own, or do you want to pick up with the rest of the story?
So doesn't part of, because like Steven said, doesn't part of Zell's right now require us to kind of go back slightly because the second message hasn't arrived yet? Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
So is Steven in a position where he can repeat that message?
Absolutely.
Just sudden crying.
Listen, right now I have 0 kids in the house. It's just the wife and I working on remodeling our entire kitchen by pulling out all the cabinets and painting everything. It's fine.
It's fine. We were playing D&D and doing housework. Everything's fine.
I can
Everything is as it should be.
I just gotta look up that message to make sure I get it word for word to really mess with somebody.
Yeah, somebody.
Also, yeah, well, Mundell's not here anymore, but I drink. I'll drink all the things.
I have lovely beer in my fridge too to crack open when I run out of this rum and coke.
I'm going to pick up on either side. Both are going to be situations where I'm mostly listening, so...
Pinned in blue text, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. It should be pinned.
Yeah, it is. I see it. Oh, yeah, there's barely anything actually to say. It's perfectly
Yeah, also,
fine.
I pinned it, so you're good.
Yeah. We're great.
I pinned it for this reason. Because I think the main crew still is fucking hell, I can't talk. Mainly Hex and Vagrant searching for ears and eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not weird at all.
No. Yeah, no. Your sister's a freak. Just so you know.
Yes, she is.
Alright, well, I didn't mean like that, but sure. Okay. See?
Maybe?
Yeah? Not ready?
Okay.
Forget? Cat! Oh my god, my cat was suddenly on my desk. I am ready to go.
Yes. Faye, you must pay. You must play. Everybody must play Stray.
But yeah, that's on the list now.
No.
There's like yeah, she is freaking out. The cat is freaking out. So Steven has that.
What now?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
I'm like, yeah,
I'm
ready.
You want me to,
We're just waiting.
Jump into that?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, we're jumping in just to the message. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, give me 1 second.
Let's get this over with.
Quieter room real quick. Hold on.
Where is Sol when he gets this message, by the way? Like, does he get this while Hex and Vagrant are off doing the whole making invisible thing? Because that seems important.
Oh, remind me, Steven, when did you send that message?
At least for the area that I was in, it was nighttime. So
yeah, so we might have to pick up with Hex and Vagrant if it's not nighttime there.
This is true.
Yeah,
This is true.
So you might have to pick up.
Because you just got his first message this morning, so it's going to go Hex and Vagrant, whatever the rest of y'all are doing for the rest of the day, and then tonight.
Tonight. garbage.
Oh, it's probably okay.
I don't
Crying.
believe you.
It's probably fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go back to painting. You let me know.
I've had a month to do nothing but worry about it. So Hex and Vagrant.
Hex and Vagrant. Yes. Oh, that means they're probably going to be off somewhere, so we'll stick them off somewhere. Yeah. Let me grab Hex. Drag.
Isaac kept thinking we were in the middle of a city and we were not in the middle of a city. He's like, no.
Hey, I mean,
Parts of it are kind of city-like.
That's true.
yeah.
The question is, can Vagrant even go into those parts?
If none of you have ever been on a military base, it's kind of like that. You've got big chunks of shit going on, surrounded by a whole lot of random bullshit and empty space.
Empty space. So yeah, they shoved themselves between a couple buildings that may or may not have been barracks. Who knows? They were something. Warehouses, barracks. Who the fuck knows? Some kind of buildings. There's an alley between a few.
Yep. For functional purposes, they will just be right here.
They're not actually right here, but for the sake of.
It's a shame we don't have Isaac.
No. But there's a pair of buildings, there's like boxes to the left and right. Shh.
They're just hanging out behind the building. It's fine.
I'm guessing Tailspire does not handle the theater of the mind for you on this laptop.
Oh, it does. It does just fine. But we're here.
That's true.
And you built this lovely little house.
That's true. I built the lovely house in case we needed it. If we don't need it, we don't need it. We can use it for something else. It's fine.
I mean, if you want to do this in Theater of the Mind, I can yank you all over Theater of the Mind. Make the call now.
Either way.
Oh, for goodness sake, stop complicating things and just roleplay.
Let's go.
I'm just waiting. Jesus.
So yes, Hex and Vagrant, they kind of sneak off into this area behind. Well, let's see, where are they going to be? Let's roll for this. Oh yes.
That's funny. That's
Yes.
funny for the game.
Yes. So Hex absolutely leads Vagrant off into the little section where he knows V likes to go and be alone.
All right.
As Vagrant is being led to that spot, they just go, so were you just trying to get me alone or what?
I believe that was the plan.
Well, straightforward. Okay.
We must hurry. There is not much time. Yeah.
I mean, we can make time.
Yes, but I will be missed.
You know, you're absolutely no fun to tease.
I've been told that before. It's interesting.
I have a denial kink? Is that why I'm attracted to you? Yeah, that's something to work out later.
There will be time for play after this has been done.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you turn the corner and there's this little area that's just... It's surrounded by trees, and there's a small, obviously constructed pond with stones that have been placed around it, and Hex takes a seat on one of the stones and said, "We will not be bothered here."
takes a seat.
On a stone.
Okay. Aren't we just going to, turn invisible and go looking for ears and eyes and all that nonsense? Are we waiting for a specific time to do it?
Well, I don't know how this works, so... Do you have to chant anything, or does it take time? What is this?
Oh, you adorable little bastard. Okay. It's very simple. And actually, that's a very good point. Does it have any verbal or somatic components? Looking at my spells. Verbal, somatic, immaterial. Yep. Okay. So, actually, Vagrant will just go, actually, all I need is this. And hold out a piece of, I love that the material component for invisibility is an eyelash encased in gum Arabic. That is so randomly specific. And Vagrant will just give it a flip and turn them both invisible as I subtly cast invisibility.
Very nice. At this point, Hex can't see Vagrant.
Nope.
But
I know where. But I know where Vagrant, I'm Vagrant. I know where Hex is sitting, so I just plant an arm on his shoulder and I go, "All right, Skippy, lead the way."
This is very disconcerting. Yeah, he startles as you touch him, and you feel him stand up and start back towards the house.
Look, I realize this is kind of weird. Just imagine that you're in a very dark place and you really gotta grab onto something. You'll get used to it.
No, Exo, welcome.
We still have the mental link on us, all right? From the soul
Yep.
knife. All right.
Let's see. That's not high enough. You feel an arm wrap around your shoulders.
There's a moment where Vagrant just has to think for a second and be like, "Nope, we have a job to do. We have a job to do."
Big muscly fairy man. Nope.
You hear over the mental link. So, how long does this last?
About an hour. I can maybe
Be plenty of time.
I can maybe do it one more time if we need to, but that's a little more taxing.
You probably can sense this the mental link. So your soul's like, let me know when you're on your way back. I'm going to open the door and go outside. You can go in while I'm leaving.
Oh, we're on our way back.
Oh, good. Let me know when you're actually at the door, so I don't just stand there with the door open like an idiot.
I mean, would we expect anything else from you, Soul?
Oh, shut up.
Giggly chirping.
The mental staff. So you work your way back to the house. It's a rather uneventful trip. Every so often, Hex will stumble, not knowing where he's stepping, but otherwise, yeah.
Make it look good for any eyes going around, so we'll go up to the rooms, go through the whole thing. It's like, all right, change out of the shit I was exercising in, it's all sweaty, change into something else, go downstairs, like make it look like I'm gonna head back outside. Go through all those motions so it looks good for the eyes.
All right. Let's see just how many are in the building, shall we?
If we find eyes in bathrooms, I'm going to freak the fuck out.
I didn't build bathrooms. There
Why
are
would that
bathrooms.
surprise you at this point?
I mean, that is a level of beyond grossness that I don't think I can handle right now.
I will say I did forget to build bathrooms, but I'm sure there are bathrooms. I finished the whole thing and then went, I didn't build a bathroom or anything. Fuck it. You know what? It's fine. We don't need that. Dude needs. It's fine. It's there. He's absolutely in the fucking sheer gown because I doubt there's any other clothing in this fucking building. I'm sure it's in Faranestra's domain. Every one of those fucking dresses and armors is full of that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I want non-sweaty clothes. I'm in fucking gown.
Whoa.
Well, we're here. So if you wouldn't mind opening the fucking door.
So he comes. Oh. Where are you going? Where is my token trying to go? Come back.
On the roof.
On the roof. I got him back. Everything's fine. I didn't let go. Stop fighting, cats. So he opens the door and makes sure he makes sure to kind of stay close to the door and he keeps it open. Walks out and stretches for a good couple of seconds before moving to start closing the door.
Thanks for opening the door.
Excuse you! I'm sorry, who are you? And
Through the mental link, I go, oh, that's Elos.
that's...
Yeah, oh.
You know me.
I
don't know you.
No, I know him. He's fine. He's... Honestly, no, this is better. This is a good distraction in case anybody is paying attention. I'm going to go over to Elos and I'm just going to whisper into his ear, hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
So, you know that little bit of chaos you promised me to help with, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We're doing a little bit of eye search or an ear search, so if you want to just cause as much fucking chaos in this place as possible, I would greatly...
Easy day. Subtle, or not even subtle spell, just enlarge solace.
Just his head hits the ceiling. It's like, ow!
Vortex work with Era.
Vortex what?
Have fun. Okay.
Do a backflip. Hold on, let me roll it.
Oh gosh, it's another clown!
16. Pretty decent backflip.
Oh god. Cell's just grabbing the top of his head where it suddenly came in contact with a ceiling beam, I'm sure. It's like, oh.
Starts knocking on the walls. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Elos. Elos who? Elos is gonna be a problem.
It's like, fuck you. I'm stuck. I'm just getting caught on everything.
Hey, Soul, why you looking so fucking pretty today?
How do you know my name, for one? For two...
Oh, sweet. I just dropped.
Oh. Continue vamping until the DM returns.
So, I'm still on the voice. There's a good thing I switched the phone over to phone because, internet is completely dead again. So, over the mental link, you hear Hex say, pointing up in the corner of the dining room where you see the chicken. For reference, says, "Here."
Elos is still just running around screaming as this is happening, kicking food off the tables, busting open this door.
Oh no! Roll me a d20, please.
You hear chaos as Soul's trying to navigate a tiny space and is too large and is crashing into shit. Tails.
Roll me a d4, please.
Ignore the d6.
Oh, Jesus.
What is in that room?
So 1.
A 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so... Vagrant. This plate of Pela just hits you in the face.
Okay. A little less chaos, please.
Sorry,
And
Jack.
immediately just goes
Wait.
wiping it off.
It's
Name
like,
the
I'm
game.
invisible! I'm
A
invisible!
little less chaos. And
Starts
but
jumping on the bed.
we'll go and grab said ear and hope there were no eyes to see that. And just shove it into a pocket with the other ear. I now have a pocket of them.
A pocket full of ears.
It's best if we perhaps leave the building. I don't really want to get in that.
Suggestion, Soul. Go
No.
ahead and roll a con save for me.
Oh no. Oh, that's not good. That is a. Wait, why am I rolling a con save? What's a save? I'm confused.
So for suggestion,
For six.
the spell.
Uh-huh.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a. If it's a con save, a 10. If it's a wisdom save, it's a 6.
You're right. Sorry, wisdom. Fuck me. Whatever.
The vagrant has suggested me about 5 times at this point. I know what it does.
Hey, Soul, how about you go ahead and start smashing that bookcase there?
Soul just turns around and puts one very large fist through a bookcase.
Thanks.
Era's
Oh no!
Still doesn't know why this tiny satyr knows his name, but... Or
I know everything.
What?
You hear through the mental link while you're smashing that bookcase. I told him our names because we need allies. I'm gonna go upstairs and continue looking. Goodbye. Have fun.
Through the mental link. Why? This isn't gonna end well, specifically for me!
Grease now covers the entire
Oh,
floor
God.
here.
God damn it. Vagrant creates a mental link with Elos and just goes, hey, we still need to live here. Could you calm it down just a
I
little
didn't know
bit?
you lived here, Jack.
Yeah, well, for now.
Fair
I'd like
enough.
this.
All right.
All right, thank you. I mean, I appreciate the chaos, but a little more focused on whoever's putting eyes and ears in our home-ish area. I don't know. You know what? You do you.
Fair enough. Elos just makes his way over to this table. Can it be a real table?
You're just in the table, it's fine.
Oh, no, I'm upset. Oh, well, whatever.
Standing.
No, the ceiling's a bit low, sorry.
It's all right. He posts up next to the fireplace and starts playing with his dice.
Hex stops at the top of the stairs and taps the wood right next to the window here. Says, I'm
sorry.
You barely shrunk back down by now. I got you.
I'm sorry, I went upstairs and the image of Soul's head just poking up through the fucking...
Well, there go all my second level spells for the day. It's all right, though. It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Vagrant, you look up into the corner of this window sill, and inset in the top of it, you see a red eyeball staring down at the entrance.
Oh, well, that's fucking disgusting. Hey. Hey, Elos, so you want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Upstairs, windowsill, eyeball.
Ooh.
Have at it.
I'm trying to grab my character. Eyeball, you say? I love eyeballs.
Why don't you give them a fun show?
I should give them a fun show.
Elos just starts doing a provocative dance, if you may. Just really putting on a show.
Oh
All
no.
Get to take it with you when you're done.
See how well this goes. This is pretty alright. Pretty alright. Puts on a little show and grabs the eyeball and just sticks it in his pocket.
Yes.
It's a squishy here, Jack, but that's alright.
You hear very loud rustling as Hex is digging through the bedroom there. And you hear a whisper, "Clear."
Vagrant in through Hex's mental link goes, did you find any weird things pointed at the bed? Because I feel like Veronestra would be that kind of freak.
Veronestra prefers to do that sort of thing herself.
Ew. Okay. You know what? I had an answer to a question I didn't want, but that's okay. You know, we're all learning today.
You just hear Soul just gagging downstairs through the mental link.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 10.
Yeah. It's not just over the mental link.
This is very slight, just which he's gonna try to masquerade as a cough from sawdust and debris from
You
smashing.
good down there, big guy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think a fucking wood chip got in my mouth.
Yeah, sure.
Aaron's confusion just keeps increases, just looking very worried at this point.
By the way, I'd like to say that I am trying my best with Hex to find as many of these things as physically possible. I'm not just wandering around doing nothing. I am actually helping.
Excellent. Give me investigation rolls, please. 3 of them.
Okay. Hey, natural 20 for the first one. Okay, I'm gonna. Yes.
Natural 20, okay.
I think it was because it rolled and it hit the exact same spot, which is just packed with dice on my dice tray. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to roll it not in that direction. Okay. What?
Did you get 3?
Uh-huh.
There's all the 20s for this game.
What's happening? I don't know. I'm real scared now. I'm real scared now.
Calm down. Mouse, baby, I need you to stop.
No, here's the
Vagrant.
thing. To even that out in the balance of the universe, I'm pretty sure a star just imploded.
Vagrant, in that last room, you find an ear tucked up underneath the bed frame.
Into the pocket with the other ears.
Hey, Jack, can I scream into your pocket?
I'm technically invisible,
Oh,
but we are connected through a mental link.
this is fair. I'll just scream in your direction then.
Okay.
Ah!
Thank you.
Hex says over the mental link, "You may drop the illusion."
Really? Only that many eyes? I would have absolutely guessed she was more of a peeper than a listener.
If she hears something that she desires to see in person, well, let's just say she'd be here herself.
Okay. I'll drop the invisibility. Oh, that was fun. Thank you, Elos. And I just hand him a handful of ears and just like, Have fun with these.
Thanks.
It's like, all right, I think I am gonna go for that walk now. Still rubbing
Anyways,
his head.
sorry about the chaos, but I figured it'd be a good excuse as to why, if they ever come back, that everything has been fucked with.
No, you're not wrong, but still, it.
Oh, you've been hit way worse than that before. You'll be fine.
I'm usually expecting it.
I could shoot you if it'd make you feel better.
No, it really wouldn't. Don't.
He does have the guns. Or they do have the guns.
I
No,
do.
Yes, Sarah?
I don't think shooting is probably not the way to make someone feel better.
Considering we don't have a resident person who's good at the whole dressing of wounds situation, probably not a great idea.
Excuse me, I'm great at dressing wounds, Jack. I just don't know if you'll, live after.
See, that would be the...
Worrying.
the operative point of dressing the wound is that you live.
It is?
So here's a question. All y'all are in the mental link. Yeah. Ham, you're not.
No, Ham's is just in a mental league with us, but I think we're just talking at this point.
Yeah.
We've shoved the ears into a pocket.
So this muffled sound, suddenly Vagrant is speaking out loud, and
Wait,
Yep.
Well, the ears can still hear. They're in your pocket.
They're not in my pocket anymore. We've shoved them into a bag that Eolos has them, and we've just shoved them into a corner.
Yeah,
we're specifically
muffled.
doing this not so we can be heard by ears.
That's why I'm asking, because Ilos can't technically hear anything that's going over the mental link.
No, you got added to it during the thing.
No. There's two different mental links. That's and mine is only one-on-one.
Okay, then never mind. I'm just over in the corner fucking fiddling with the ears then.
Like,
I'm gonna grab a pouch and just hand Eolos a bag. And just I have a couple extra pouches on me. Here you go. Do with that what you will.
Okay.
Zol does say out loud though that I'm gonna actually go on that walk now.
Enjoy your walk.
Still rubbing his forehead where he's suddenly met a rafter.
Oh Jesus.
So look, we've been boxed in for 7 days. He's gonna enjoy all the time outside he can. Even though he was just outside, he's back outside again.
Time to get sweaty again.
Well, not exercising, just
I adore Soul, but I will never understand his want to go out and be sweaty. I just don't get it.
He's good with hot weather.
Hex just looks at you and says, "Wasn't that your intention in the grove back there?"
What, to get sweaty? Yes, but doing a very particular activity.
Elo, are you roasting the ears?
That is correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck you, Veridestra.
And he's just poking the eye with a dagger.
Yeah. The things you never thought you'd hear in public.
So watches that happen. It's like, okay. Okay.
Don't worry about it, big guy. Just solve your problem.
Okay.
My God, just the sound that those ears must be hearing as they pop and crackle and burn. Boy.
He's changed his mind again about the walk. He's like, you know what? We're going back inside. This is too weird. I'm just gonna teleport him. There we go. He comes back and is like, you know what? I changed my mind.
Let me take a wild guess. Eolos is doing something really fucking weird with the ears. Okay, cool. You know, that's kind of why I was glad he showed up.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I'm just glad we can talk now. No more weird pretending we're not talking, but it's in the brain, so I have to pretend I'm not. I'm talking about other things. Wild brain. That's hard. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, you get used to it. Oh, and I'm sorry for the weird muttering and screaming.
Oh.
I apologize for the background noise.
And Will just goes, oh. Should I also apologize for background noise?
No, see, yours was way more interesting. Yours was people actually saying shit. Mine was just, lots of screaming and yelling and nonsense and... Yeah.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Just for shits and giggles, let me see. Just how deep does the mental link go? Ah, what a shame. Nobody else sees it.
Okay.
Vagrant. You see a lizard folk appear on the couch.
Fucking Jesus!
The hell do you think you're doing? Everybody hears it. Vagrant's the only one that sees it.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh no? What do you mean, oh no?
What's going on?
Okay. I have to go deal with something. You know what? I'm actually okay with this, because then you'll hear the other side of the conversation and it won't seem as crazy. So excuse me. Just turn to the lizard folk and go, can I help you?
Gestures like, what does that mean?
Eric just shrugs.
You plan to fight an unbeatable foe.
Yes.
You believe this is wise.
Probably not. But, you know, I'm going to give it a shot anyway.
You're going to get us all killed. What's left?
You're already dead. What do you have to lose?
It looks down at itself and sort of gestures, says, we exist in a way, only because it allows us to.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you prefer to move on to whatever's after, you know, instead of being stuck in this permanent weird-ass purgatory?
And be consumed like you were.
Hey, now. I'm still here. Somewhat.
And where do you believe that part of you that isn't has gone?
You know, I've really tried very hard not to think about that, because, yeah, that would break my tenuous, lock on sanity that I have left. So, that's a terrible question.
It pulls out a finger and just tosses it in and starts crunching on it loudly.
Hello, Dan. Welcome. How are you doing?
You know what? That's not an important question right now. Can everybody else can hear this, right? I'm not...
Yeah, I'd really rather not, but yes.
Yep.
What did I just involve myself in?
Oh yeah, you can hear it too, because you have a mental link with me. Oh shit. You know what? How about this? Look, we've got a lot going on right now, and I appreciate you coming out, but boy, do you have shit timing. Wait, who are you again?
You're right. Now I need to come up with a name for this person.
Look,
One moment.
Me too, bird person. Me too.
My name is Chuck. I was a shaman.
look, I don't think any of us, much less the ones who, died, have really a good sense of judgment when it comes to this whole, fighting an unbeatable enemy thing, because every one of us is lost. That's kind of the point. If you had won, the subsequent people wouldn't be doing this shit. So how
The
about...
ones you hear screaming. They're the ones who fought hardest.
Well, good. Then if I die, I'll fade into the background of the next person. But it's better than sitting in a nonsense, a nothingness existence for all of eternity.
You believe that it's better than ceasing to exist at all?
No. Honestly, it's kind of different levels of shit. Do you want to sit in the back of my skull for however much longer I have, or do you want to move on to what may be next and see, I don't know, what actually give the afterlife a shot? I don't know. Honestly, this could completely fail, but at least it's something to do that's entertaining. I mean, I'm sure you're bored as fuck.
Roll me a DC 18 persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Okay. What is my persuasion? My persuasion is +8, 19.
My God!
Oh!
Pops another finger in, starts munching on it. Perhaps it would be entertaining. Is the last thing you hear as it.
I'm really not sure if yours or that one seems new. If your situation is worse, or if mine is at this point.
Look, yours have much more character. Mine, there's just a lot of them.
To be fair to anyone hearing what's that, there's only one other voice in the back of Soul's head, really. It's just angrily thrumming on an infernal.
All I know is that man was talking to that couch. Why does the couch talk?
They were talking to the couch.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they have a lot of really terrible timing, and I've met a couple of them. He seemed nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, okay, so I was going to try to explain something, and here's the question: do you want me to explain it?
I'll be honest, no.
It depends. What are you trying to? Yes, no. What are you trying to explain?
Who that was and why they're all in my noggin.
Actually, that would probably be a good idea to know at least.
Okay.
To some extent.
Apparently, these are all the previous previous people who made deals with what's his face?
Orochimaru?
Oh, how the hell did I forget its name?
You for
It's okay. I forgot my own name. What's another one? Yes. And apparently, the more lucid of them have been just clamoring around in my brain for a while, and the least lucid of them have been screaming in the background. So that's kind of what you hear as I sort of just open up the mental link a little bit more.
Nope. Okay, you know what? I think I prefer the one that just kind of tries to get me to do shit sometimes. That's No.
Yeah,
That's
they've been
much
popping
worse.
up. They've been popping up rather randomly lately. Most of them seem nice. I talked to an orc. I can't remember his name right now. I talked to a tiny little girl, which was fucking terrifying. Because, I mean, if you're a tiny girl who's also a voice in my head, that's just not okay on so many levels.
That is disturbing, yeah.
I feel like I talked to another one recently. You know, they're all kind of blending together, and because there's a lot.
Hex asks out loud, and do they see what you see?
It seems like they're aware of what's going on.
So this tiny girl has watched you.
Don't. Soul's just gonna reach over and put a hand
Yeah.
over X's mouth.
Yeah.
None of us want to think about that, buddy.
Also, I'm not exactly sure how true to form what I see is to who they were. For all I know, when the girl died, she was an adult but now exists in tiny girl form, which is just disconcerting on so many levels. I think it's more like they can pay attention to things that are going on in my life and what I'm doing, but most of them don't really choose to.
Have you
And I'm pretty sure in that particular case, they would not want to watch, because that would be kind of weird.
I have this mental image of the more lucid ones grabbing every time Vagrant gets, involved with something. They just grab the girl like, nope, we're taking you over here and distracting you.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Nope.
Never felt more lucky to not have voices in my head.
Oh, trust me, it was great. The very brief period of time, the extended period of time where that wasn't a thing, fantastic. I would like to go back to that, actually. I'm pretty sure Vagrant would too.
I would just be happy if the less lucid ones would stop screaming for once, because it's getting real hard to sleep. But the others, no, I'd be all right with them sticking around. They seem nice.
Oh, that's right. You did make the deal with the one, didn't you? What's your wisdom modifier?
Oh, not good. +2, 14.
That? All right, let's see how effective that is, eh? Yeah. When you go to sleep tonight, it's going to be just a hair quieter.
I think I'd have a if I noticed that, I think I'd have a little mini heart attack.
I was like, we're not screaming. What the hell's happening?
No, they're screaming. They're in nonsensical languages I don't understand. Just a hair quieter. I'm like, I can now tune them out. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah. Look, I have a lot of issues that I'm currently dealing with, and apparently some of them like to make themselves known in really inopportune times. I say out loud to the air.
Feel that? I feel that immensely. Thunder!
Oh, good.
Your thunder always has the most excellent timing.
It's perfect.
Really does,
every
yeah.
time. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I practice at home. Hey!
What are the rest of y'all doing for the rest of the day?
If I'm assuming Hex is leaving soon after this.
Yes.
Vagrant is immediately
Unless-
gonna be like, hey, Hex, do you need to be anywhere?
He looks at you and says, "I'll be off duty here about evening mealtime."
Why don't you come on back? I'll make dinner.
It's also thing it's like, remind me to be conveniently out of the house.
I'm making dinner. It's fine.
Looks at Vagrant, is like, uh-huh.
You know,
Yep. And that's going to be veiled. All right. If y'all are interested. Era, are you doing anything else for the rest of the day?
Yeah, Arrow would probably at some point do some exercising as well. Because sharpen her knives and things.
Is that what Soul's going to do this evening as well to get out of the house?
He'll go with Era and he probably won't be doing any more exercising. He's done that for today. He would rather not be exhausted. But he'll help on the weapon maintenance front at least.
I'm just sitting in the middle of the grove, sharpening knives. Soul just, letting his mind go with that whetstone running down the blade. The sun is going down. Suddenly, in Soul's mind,
Yep.
Zell.
Yep.
It's quiet at first, and you're not even sure if you hear it properly. But it's just very, very muted, I guess, whimpering. And you just hear, please be okay. Just, please. Just for about a minute, and then it just nothing.
It just stops in the middle of what he's doing. It's just he's gonna kind of look around for a minute, get straight up. He doesn't toss them, but just very quickly drops the knife and the whetstone to the side, just not even caring. Just you're on the floor now. And, he's looking around, like he's expecting someone to be there. There's no one there. He's kind of doing this weird grasping at the air thing, like he's like, there's a person here that's upset, but I can't see them. I can't do anything about it.
Aaron notices and it's like, is everything okay? Are you
No,
okay?
he just looks around, he's like, we're outside, can't say anything, can't talk to Era in her head because she's not a fairy. And he's like,
Should we?
kind of gets up and just points back to the house, like.
Yep.
And as we're walking back, he does try to send a message to Cell. He's trying to be as reassuring as possible. He's not saying much, but he's trying to convey this isn't gonna work. There's no way it's gonna work. The feeling of a hug mentally. Because he doesn't know what to say. And just kind of like that sort of shh. We're okay. We're here. We're okay.
Well, that explains why Zell was able to get some sleep that night.
And he's
all right.
basically repeating that over and over and over. I don't think this man is sleeping that night, by the way. I think he's just going to be recurrently making reassuring sounds or humming, possibly even singing in his head for the rest of the night.
When you get back to the house, you open the door, and a rather startled Hex is standing there, very extremely sweaty, drenched in sweat. I must be going. I will be missed.
Yep.
He hurries out the door.
He's just rolling his eyes.
Vagrant pops around the corner and just goes, I'm sorry, was that too spicy for you?
Like nothing else happened.
Yes, it was the paella.
It was the paella.
Well, that's what I get for next time. I'll make a simple curry, but I was never mind.
I like how Petey's face is throwing. Just like, yeah, you got to hook up with Hex, and you're just like, I just cooked Hex food.
Look, I want to hook up with Hex more than anybody has ever wanted to hook up with an NPC in the world. Like more than any bard has ever wanted to fuck a dragon. But also very much willing to take this at a natural pace.
He's like, no, too fast. That was just spicy food, no bail.
And now it's canon. Hex can't handle spice.
I'm just saying. That may have not been the only thing that happened that night, but, that definitely did also happen.
Excellent.
Of course.
Still walks in, it's just like, that's...
What?
I got another message. I don't think it was on purpose.
Oh, do you want me to send him a message? Is he here?
No. I can talk to him just fine. And I... Or maybe do. I don't think he meant to send it to me. I think it was an accident. I think he was crying.
Oh. Vagrant is literally just grabs a hold of Era and starts hugging on her ah.
Yeah, I'm trying to take care of it.
Era a little confused, just hugging back.
Just I feel like Soul looks like he's also trying not to cry. Miss you
emotional support, burb, and just gives Soul a big hug with Era stuck in between them.
You stuck crying into the person I consider rather empathetic's head. I think it's not ending well. It's like I think go to bed.
Forward.
Vagrant will absolutely convert a few sorcery points into a 3rd level spell slot and then go, oh, all right. Hey, Soul.
Huh?
Or hey, not Soul, Zell. Damn it. And we'll absolutely cast Sending. Hey, Zell. Where are you? Your sister's a bitch. Also, we have a really nice house here in the Feywild. Any interesting updates? Please let us... No, that's it.
Please let us cut off.
I was going to say, please let us know, but I ran out of words.
Please let know.
I am not quite jester level, but I'm leaning more in that direction than not.
Question. Well, for Petey more than anything. But the way that I wrote it, he would be asleep at this point.
Yep.
Would I still get the Sending?
Let me read up on Sending.
I feel like it's two very conflicting mental situations right now. Well, not really conflicting, just very different.
By the way, I'd like it to be clear that anybody who ever receives my Sending messages, you would hear the subtle white noise in the background.
Because
it's
like Laudna then.
No, yeah, it's not like Laudna, because at least Laudna's makes sense. You'd just be hearing this in like 40 different voices, just smuttering underneath the entire message.
You want to hear this now?
Probably.
Hello? Can you hear this?
One moment while I switch earbuds.
So next time Vagrant does sending, the rest of us, some of the rest of us need to just go like, "Oh, anyone here?"
No. No.
So,
The screens.
yeah. Roll me a d20, please.
Who?
13.
Oh.
You're awakened with this. Essentially, the calling message is all of those screams in the background,
Oh my god!
and then Vagrant's voice sort of breaks through.
That's
That's not-
up, like, oh my god, I'm under attack!
That's not disturbing at all. Oops. The best part is, Vagrant has no idea.
I mean, that'll wake. You'll be properly awake by that point, I suppose.
Zell just startled awake by the initial let's call it white noise. It's the easiest way of going about it.
Screaming.
And okay. I don't know where I am exactly, but I have some help, and yeah, everything's okay, I guess. Yeah, he kind of just rambles on for a second until the 25 words are out. He doesn't know what to say. Yeah, I'm close, and okay, and I have some help, and yeah.
Boy, that was incredibly non-specific. You know, I should have known better.
This is my bad.
I really have to be careful who I send these messages to, because some of us really suck at communicating. Just thinking about Soul.
I feel like that was just an aim. Like, he just looked at me as he said that.
Wherever you are in the house, even if you're not in the house, you just feel Vagrant look at you.
Walk.
In Zell's defense, he was woken up to screams and the message just straight out of sleep, freaking out for a second. So words were not exactly the word. It's not exactly the wordsmith that he would probably try to be. There was a lot of ums and uhs taking up words before it cuts off.
So you mean normal for Zell?
A little more regressed to like earlier Zell, yes.
Zeal in the back of Zell's mind's like, just you hear a face palm.
Oh, please tell me I heard that through the message.
Yes. Like word 23, you just hear a. Please tell me that went through the mic.
Yeah, it did. It was perfect.
It echoed a little bit too.
It did.
That okay, good. At least other people find this as emotionally frustrating as I do. Well, time to go back to bed.
It's Zell. That Zell's awake too. His Vagrant's message fades, and you get whatever very soft. You were gonna go with singing. I don't think you've ever heard this man sing. So yeah. There you go.
And delightfully,
Cool.
we're going to fast forward, for the sake of brevity, to Zell with Mouse being questioned.
What?
Huh?
At that point, I
Oh.
wasn't being questioned. Thank you.
Yeah. the guard that was speaking to you says, "Carry on," and they take off.
In Zell's own head, actually probably to Mouse, just like, let's go. If they're leaving, let's go that way. We already know where to go. Let's just keep on walking. We got this. We don't have to be as sneaky right now, I suppose. Yes, let's go. And they just
All right.
start walking towards the fortress.
Time to go.
And now we got to roll for the second group that come across your ass. All right. Please give me a deception roll.
Oh no.
Ooh. Yay. Good thing I'm actually sitting on the computer so I can go look at my sheet. Deception. Such a good step. Come on, guy. Oh, okay. 17.
Good. I'm so glad you're not in the game so you can see my roll. All right. The second group, about an hour or two later, the second group. Let's see, how stealthy are they? You hear them coming a mile away. These two big, burly Fae land in the trees and say, "Halt, citizen."
Yes. Can I help you?
What is your business in these woods?
Oh, I'm actually just heading back to the fortress. I got a bit turned around taking Mouse here out for a stroll, try to do some training, but went a little bit too far. So if it's all right, I'm just heading back there. I just spoke with the other patrol not too long ago.
They look at the creature.
Look at Displacer Beast again.
Mouse? What sort of name is Mouse for one of them?
Fun one, and a deceiving one when need be.
Oh. You're one of them Fall Court, aren't you?
Oh, either way, I'm merely just on my way.
Well, do make sure you're not late.
Just nods his head, starts to walk away.
Do they continue the conversation? Let's see. Do they? Oh, yes. I wasn't finished with you.
Oh, apologies. Was there anything else aside from me not being late and going where I was already headed to?
You never answered exactly what you were doing.
Oh, did I not? We're working on some training, that's all. Mouse is still learning some things, so trying to get them on their feet and keep them along my side is really the best action, I think, there.
As part of your deception roll, Mouse has sort of just picked up a pine cone, is just batting it up in the air. I see. It seems that creature requires more training.
No, trust me, I
Do keep it on a short leash when you enter the main court.
absolutely.
And just as loud as they arrive, they take off.
I'll just wait a second as they take off to make sure that they're actually leaving and not watching him go somewhere before he very nonchalantly starts walking back towards the fort.
Make a perception roll.
Like a million. Perception plus 8, and I got an 18, so 26.
Yeah, you can see that they are watching you for a good amount of time. before they finally turn away and actually take off.
Just carry on there. As they stop and do their own thing, I'm going to do my best to adjust the rags. I'm going to call it rags at this point, that I try to dress myself with to make it look more presentable.
Oh dear. All right. So over the course of the day, it's a long and arduous journey through this grove. You manage to gather some fresh fruit from the trees that are ripe, and yeah, you start hearing the bustle of a small village. Well, what you think would be a small village nearby.
I don't want to go into the village just yet. I'm going to ask Kara if she can go look around and see if she can find some place where I could find some proper clothing to try to fit in a little bit better here for me, so I could get there first. Also ask Kara, how do people buy things? Because if I need to purchase things, I have gold, but that's from where I'm at, not from here. How does that work exactly?
She sort of nods on your head a little bit, like, you silly. We don't buy or sell things. Everything that you need, you're given, and everything is shared.
Oh, okay. Well, could you do me a favor then? Could you go in there and get me some appropriate clothing so I at least fit in a little bit better? That way I don't seem before I go in like that.
I'll see what I can do. And she sort of takes off.
Thanks.
She's gone for a good half an hour, and she comes back sweating. Says, it's a barracks. There's a barracks. There's warriors. They're not too friendly.
Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Can you like hold his hand out for her to land on and take a break? Like, are you okay?
They did not take appreciation to me being here. They said only tough types are allowed, and they tried to catch me, but I got away.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. You're not gonna have to do that again. Jeez, really tough types. What does it mean? Okay. I think I can do something. I'm gonna try and recast alter self to make my, like, having seen a few of the patrols, and try to make myself look as, quote unquote tough like some of those guys were before trying to go anywhere near this place.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I'm ready to full description
Okay.
of what this man looks like at some point. It's gonna be hilarious.
I'll bring my height up about a foot so that he's almost 6 feet tall, and the skin tone will change to match more with the summer court's fairies. And he's just generally just, instead of a long, lankier body that Zell kind of has in a sense, he gets like a little bit more beefiness to it. But completely changes his face so it doesn't look like Zell as much as possible. Honestly, probably to end up copying one of the patrol people, but just making some slight alterations.
You get those hazel eyes.
Yes. Normal looking Fey eyes, not my spatial eyes. Special eyes.
Specialized.
Brown hair. There's
All right. You walk out and you see that you're pretty much in a how to describe this? You see rows after rows of barracks, just long tents that are shoddily put together, that line the wall of a rather large fortress.
Just at a quick look around, do any of the barracks look like they're possibly not occupied at the moment?
No, you see guards stationed outside each tent. You see groups marching in formation. There's a lot of people here.
Okay. I need better clothing than this because it's gonna get a dead giveaway. Gotta think. What would be the best approach for this? I'll alter self into this. You know what? I'm just gonna go to one of the tents with guards in front of it, and just start walking in like I own the place. Yeah, exactly that. I will. Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
I am going to. Before I do that, I'm going to take my second rifle, and I'm going to rip a bit of my clothing and do some stuff with that. Maybe even give myself a slight cut or two before walking to them.
All right, give me deception roll at advantage then.
Ooh, the first one was a 19. Yeah, I'll take the 19. That's 22.
You see the guards raise their spears, and for a second, you're the back of your mind, you're panicking, and then you hear Zeal and say, "It's a salute. They bought it."
I try to mimic and salute back and just walk in.
All right. Inside, you see cots that are rudimentary built. You see some chests that essentially there's a chest at the foot of each cot, and not much else.
Okay. I want to try to quickly rummage through whatever area I can to find clothes that will fit, that will give me the appearance of I should absolutely be here.
All right. What's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation? Give me 1 second. I gotta get my computer. Passive investigation 16.
All right. After about the third chest, you find a full set of uniforms, the sort of crimson military uniform of the summer court, and quickly doff your clothing that you have and shove it into your rucksack and put on this uniform.
Okay. You got this, Al? You got this? Okay, okay. Think information is what I need now because I have no idea what's going on here. So, I'm just going to leave the barracks tent and I'm going to look for a group of the other fairies that are probably on like a break. Someone they're just resting or maybe they're eating or something like that.
All right. You work your way over to what's clearly the mess tent, and there's a table with traditional Fey grub. Clearly not the high-end stuff that you saw at your father's place, but there's plenty of it.
Okay. I'm just gonna, grab some food. I'm gonna tell Mouse to, just stay outside the area there. If anybody gives any trouble, just yell. I'll come out. Absolutely will. Make some noise. Or you know what? To me, I don't care as long as you're safe. I'm fine with running away if we have to. But this is all telepathically to Mouse.
All right. You grab a tray and pour some slop onto it, and you sit down at a table with. Let's see how many people are at this table. Yep. 4 people at this table.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything right away. I just want to try to listen in on their conversations.
in Sylvan, you hear them talking. It's like, what do you make of the visitors from the material plane? I heard that they're on very personal order to be here. Not quite sure. I don't like them. The tall, skinny one sort of gives me the creeps.
The tall, skinny.
Well, the burly one was teaching a group over there to how to fight and march, and it was incredible. I heard that they are incredible warriors.
Those are word incredible warriors. He's gonna pick up like, hey, sorry for interrupting you. Incredible warriors are they teaching? Honestly, I really need some help with my arm here. You guys know something?
Oh, let's see.
Uh-oh.
Can't be good.
Okay, right.
Who are you?
The DM
Exactly.
chuckles.
Bad. What was that?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just got transferred over here recently. They had me on some really shit duty recently, so it's actually kind of nice to be over in this area. The name's Bell, and I know it's kind of on the nose for a lot of things, but still, yeah, it's kind of new to this area. If you don't mind, just trying to figure things out.
Give me a deception roll, please.
Just chock full of deception today. It's gonna go to shit, right?
Oh no.
18. I rolled a 15.
Oh my god. Okay. The one looks at you and narrows their eyes for a minute. And says, "You know you're still bleeding."
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, fine. I'll either let it heal up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a thing that I had to deal with earlier. Actually, that thing is sitting outside, and now it's my best friend. Not that it had a choice.
Perhaps you should ask for assistance from the other worlders. It seems our training is not sticking.
Yeah, I'm very interested. You said that one of them was training how to fight? I would very like to know.
The smaller one that's sitting next to him. That's what I heard. I heard that he was, he got a whole group, a battalion, and had them all individually working and fighting. It was incredible.
Does not sound like something we'll be able to do, which is the best part.
That is indeed. That sounds incredible. Where does he work them out at? Maybe I can join them next time that they hold another one.
Oh well, I heard it was in the V's personal grove. They're guests of hers.
Oh.
The other one whacks him. Says, "You know you're supposed to refer to her as Lady Venenestra."
Well, I mean, would I even be allowed to go there? I mean, like I said, I am new here, so I'm not even sure if are we okay to go there?
If you get assigned on duty, from the looks of it, you've been stationed on the outskirts for a while.
A bit, yes, and hence why I'm actually quite happy to be here. Well, regardless, is there anyone I could talk to about maybe getting out there? I mean, what do you think? Just, help me out if you wouldn't mind. I'd really just appreciate it.
Oh, you're digging yourself a hole.
Oh.
Make a persuasion roll, please.
Persuasion. All right. Persuasion. That. Did I? I gotta keep running back and forth because I'm not in the room. Persuasion. Okay, good. Yep, this is where it fails. 7.
Oh!
Well, I could have
Rolled a
gone
4, so could have just been a straight
The-
1 for all I knew.
The big one stands up, says, "Are you sure you've been transferred here?"
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, listen, I wouldn't expect you to just, help me out for free or anything. I mean, I'll do my best to, pay you back as much as I can.
By what? Taking
Well,
my duty? You clearly couldn't do it.
No. I would never want to take your duty. I mean, that's your duty. It's a very important duty. I just merely like a little bit of help, learning my way around here. You don't have to get me the duty. Just need a little bit of understanding.
I think it's time you return to your post, recruit.
Okay. Well, either way, it was lovely meeting you both. By the way, I didn't get a name. If you wouldn't mind.
You can refer to me as Sergeant. That's all you need to know.
Yes, Sergeant.
What platoon are you from?
Uh-oh.
That was a good question.
Hmm.
I probably don't know any.
You can't even remember your platoon.
Well, it's fresh, from the 3rd platoon outside the wall. Just came in here. Haven't really gone anywhere. Yes, I literally just got here. So
Feel help.
I suggest you return to your commander. They'll have words for you.
yes, Sergeant. And he's gonna promptly pop up and salute like the guys from earlier and walk away.
Time to go.
You leave behind your tray of uneaten food.
Absolutely, didn't touch it.
No.
Immediately go to the
Alright.
house and be like, follow.
Come on.
We gotta go.
Yay.
All right.
Oh, I didn't realize by him. Shit. Well, I know they're here, so that's a good start.
You hear in the back of your mind, what the hell was that?
a very curt response. A lack of knowledge. That's what. But I did get something out of that. I know that they're here. I know that they're in some area that normally you need to be assigned to a specific duty. So that means it's not in any main area around here. So now I just need to find that. So at least I got something out of it.
You nearly blew your cover.
Oh no, I definitely probably blew my cover, which is why I'm going to get the flying fingers out of here and go somewhere else.
You
Self-censorship. I love it.
you need to move quickly.
Yeah, I gathered that. Do you happen to know where that grove might be by chance?
Your head sort of yanks over and you're staring at the fortress in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Like, okay. Well, let's go. What's the best way to do this? I don't want to drop alter self because then I have that, but I need to be a little more sneaky about it. Okay. Let's try. Ooh, excuse me. What time of day is it, by the way? It's like still like super sunny out, right?
Yeah, like it's essentially high noon at this point.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's not great for sneaking. But that's okay. Maybe I could just be who I need to be. What kind of armament does everybody seem to be carrying around with them? Is like everybody has swords or spears, or is it just a cacophony of whatever the fuck?
Yes, for both.
Yes.
You see various guards, like the guards outside the tents all carry spears, but those marching in formation, you can see each formation carries a specific type of weapon. Some of them don't seem to have weapons at all.
Masters.
Okay. Are there any of them heading towards the fortress by chance? Or is that like not very widely traveled?
Well, give me a perception check.
Math. 22.
You see that none of the groups seem to be heading to or from the fortress. They seem to just patrol around it. You surmise from this that the grounds you're standing in are the staging and training grounds.
Okay. I am going to. Actually, here's a good question. Here's a great question. Does it seem like there's any kind of rank structure on uniforms here? Considering I just saw the sergeant, did he have some kind of insignia that's like, oh yeah, this guy's important?
You didn't see an insignia, but you saw that the weapon that was sitting on the bench next to him seemed to be of a higher grade.
Mm-hmm. So weapon status, got it. All right, I can work with weapon status. Now here's the thing: does that matter if maybe a caster's would be a higher standard? That's possible. Casters are important in war, I think. Right? Yeah, we're totally important. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to I'm going to take my sickle and I'm going to put it away. I'm going to kind of, I don't know if I want to bring it out immediately or not. I kind of do, just to make it look like, hey, you're definitely that kind of person. I'm going to bring out my crystal map, and I'm going to, because normally I have it strung up to the staff that I usually carry, but I have it on my hip. So I'm going to make sure that it is on full display as a spellcasting focus, and I'm going to very importantly walk towards the fortress as if I owned the fucking place. And Mouse is going to be, I'm like, okay, Mouse, listen, this is important. We need to sell this as if we are an important business, right? So we're going to mentally, this is the plan, right? I want you to walk by my side as if you are my current escort, because you're a badass and I believe in you. And we're gonna walk towards this building, and we're not gonna go in the front door. We're gonna walk around the place as if you're still in training, because that seemed to work before. So we're gonna try that again, and we're gonna look for a place that we can not be seen for a while and wait until nightfall. Sounds like a plan. Let's go do that.
Okay. Give me one more deception roll.
Oh, that's my dice.
Oh no.
Yeah. Plus 3, 15. I got a 12.
Good enough. For the most part, people seem to leave you alone. As long as you seem to be training Mouse. So you get a few odd looks, but the way you've devoted to it, they clearly don't want to get between you and the creature that's designed for hunting. So, yeah, for the most part, they leave you alone.
If somebody starts getting too close, never mind. Take it back. That's concentration. I don't want to break the altar spell. Never mind. If I get to a point where I'm by myself and it seems like altar spell's going to come down, I will cast it again and extend spell. It'll make it last for a couple more hours.
Nice. Let's see, does anybody else come and say hi to you? Does anybody have the balls to mess with a displacer beast?
Please no.
Yes.
Hex.
Yes.
Here comes Hex.
You know what? I'm the best
part is I'm But wait, I was
God damn it.
Is Zell gonna ever be like, I'm here? Because if he did, oh man.
The plans. Plans.
You never stray too far from the gate into the fortress, and in late afternoon you hear a nonchalant sort of, how to describe their voice, like monotone, straight monotone voice, and like you were in the middle of a conversation with Zeal, and Zeal just goes silent.
Oh.
Mentally, like, are you good? What's wrong?
You should probably hide.
Okay, and I will find the nearest place to hide.
Young robot.
Oh, sorry. So I'm too far away from the computer. I was like, immediately like, okay, nope, trusting you because you're me. So let's go. Where am I hiding? Hiding somewhere.
Mauer, give me a stealth check real quick.
You sure?
Because she suddenly dives in the bush.
Yeah. 14. Wait, no, stealth. That's a +4. Hold on, sorry. I don't remember what my stealth is. Stealth is. Oh, I have advantage because of the thing. Right. Oh, it's even better. 19.
You quick dive behind this bush, and look out, and yeah, you see what everybody else would recognize as Hex march out.
You should hide. Oh dear.
Internally, I'm saying to Zeal, like, what's wrong? What's going on? Why am I hiding?
Next to Hex is the sergeant that you saw earlier.
Yep.
So, Zeal in the back of your mind says, if there's one person who will recognize you, it's them.
Oh, okay. Who is them?
It's not important right now.
Oh, it's pretty important when you want me to hide from them.
Just don't be seen. You need to get inside as quickly as possible. If they're here, out here, it's not a good sign for us.
No, I agree to that. Okay. I start. But since I'm hiding behind this bush, I can read lips because I'm observant. What's Hex saying?
Well, Hex has their back to you, but the sergeant's telling him, says, "This is really weird, fellow," and he said he was a new recruit, but I don't think so. It doesn't. He carries himself in a way that I think he's a spy from the Fall Court.
Is that weird telling that to a former Fall Court there? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, definitely need to get inside this place and get somewhere safer. Okay. Let me try this. Okay. What is the best way that I can get inside without being seen?
Oh.
Hold on. I need to check spells real quick to make sure I can do this right. First off, I would have had to do that. So I'm out of second level spells now.
You see them start walking off towards the tents.
Damn, it's concentration too. Damn it, everything's concentration.
And that's why everything is concentration.
Yeah, just be a chronology wizard and have double concentration. Fuck the world. Yeah, okay, Zeal. What's your suggestion to this? Because all my suggestions, I can get me in there, but Mouse is coming too. I am not leaving Mouse by herself.
Oh man.
Actually, you know what? No, I have a better idea. Kara, could you, darling, could you do me a favor? And don't worry, you're not going to be in any danger, but you're going to cause some chaos.
They really don't like me, boss.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. This could be your revenge for earlier, if that makes you feel any better.
You're not gonna get me killed, are you?
Well, that depends. How fast can you fly?
Oh
Oh.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I reach into my backpack and I'm going to pull out the red Pendonium gem.
Oh no!
Like, all I need you to do is, you remember the area where those guys chased you away? You don't have to go in there, but go to the edge of there and use this, and then fly very fast away from that area.
She looks at the gem, says, "And what's this gonna do?"
It's gonna summon a giant fire elemental that will start attacking things that you don't like, but if there's enough of them there, they can take care of it pretty quickly.
Oh no!
And cause a very big disturbance that maybe will pull the guards away so that we can all get in here without being seen.
All right, boss. Trusting you here.
I believe in you. If you run into any major trouble though, just let me know and I will absolutely come after you.
Oh no!
Oh, all right. Quick pan over to the house where everybody else is.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Y'all hear a muffled roar. The sound of rushing wind, and then a horn blow.
Oh no!
The sound of battle slowly works its way over the wall. And if anybody looks out the window, you see billowing smoke and a twister of fire over the wall.
Oh, good.
Saul definitely has been outside, effectively taking sunbathing, taking a nap under a nearby tree because he didn't sleep last night, and just looks over. What the fuck? He's just gonna send a message out. I take it you're here.
Well, you've got an hour of distraction.
Yeah, we're gonna watch for anybody that leaves the area, and I'm gonna try to sneak my ass in there.
All right, give me a stealth check at an advantage.
Hold on, drilling. No, my drill bit just got stuck in this piece of wood. That's good. That's good.
Everything's fine.
16. I rolled an 8 and a 13.
Yeah, the guards that were next to the door have left to go deal with this. Everybody is running to deal with this.
Come on, you're summer fairies. You should love fire. Okay, let's go inside.
You dive in through the wall, and you find yourself. Flump. No, I don't want a D8. Thank you. You find yourself face to face with a giant dragonfly.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm looking at that, being very wary. Like, Mouse, come with me. Come with me. What do I see aside from the dragonfly? This huge fucking thing, which I'm trying to skirt around now.
Well, it appears to be Well, at first glance, it looks like a dragonfly, but after a quick investigation, you see it's wood. It's made of wood, and it seems to be breathing. Like you get the feeling that it's alive, but it's a mechanical creation. Next to the pad that this thing is sleeping on is a rather nice grove.
Okay, that bodes well internally. There's a grove. They said that they were in a grove, so we're in the right spot for sure. But where would they be? Obviously, they're not going to be outside. Just going to keep looking around.
Meanwhile, Soul's standing outside next to a tree next to the house. Just watching the smoke.
I'm looking for wherever they might be. So if Soul is in a very obvious spot, do I spot them?
I don't know. Where's Soul?
I'm on the map. I'm literally where I am on the map. I'm outside next to the house, under the tree that's next to the house.
That's pretty far away. No,
Pretty far. I don't think you necessarily
that's pretty far away.
Pretty far away.
Yeah, no, that even that's pretty far.
Yeah.
So no.
Hold to get.
Oh, I know, but the way you had it placed, it does look crooked.
God damn it, Steven, don't make it crooked.
Someone might have to move Zell for Zell.
Who wants to take control of Zell?
Get out of my head! Sorry.
No one else volunteers. I'll take it.
Apologies. Wife was talking. What happened?
You are too far away to see the fact the Soul is standing outside.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if everybody left or not. So I'm going to. I'm here, by the way, for a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to just kind of skirt around the giant dragonfly. Like, okay, that's weird. Hey Zeal, any knowledge about this place at all that would be really helpful to me right now would be great.
Yeah. He chuckles in the back of your head. Says, just stay out of the large building way off in the distance.
Got it. Don't go there. Well, what the heck? All right. Well, I'll start checking over here.
Back to the where the helicopter is, talking to Era. I just see Zell walking past in the background.
Is there? What I actually, personally, I don't know what's in this area here. What is this area?
This area is clearly a grove. Standing in it, you're getting an insight check.
That's shit. Insight? Oh, I actually have a really good insight. Shit. That's a 10. I rolled a 5.
You stand in what seems to be a cleared grove, the purpose of which you can't discern.
Okay, we got a mouse. Like, okay. This grove seems like it'd be a good place to hide. Do you think you could hide yourself for a little while here? I'll come back in a bit if that's okay.
Mouse kind of pouts.
I know. Give me like 10 minutes and I'll be right back, okay?
It holds up a paw and like you can see one of its tentacle arms start ticking off on its claws.
Yes, I know. And he goes and gives her scritches on the head and grabs back in her ears. Like, it's okay. He's okay. Come on, just come over here. And I'll lead her into a denser part where she could actually hide herself behind something. Like, I will be back, okay? Just trust me. And I'm going to... Hold on. I gotta make sure if I can do these things now because levels. Aha! I can. I'm going to transform myself into a hummingbird via wild shape.
Okay.
You don't have to change me into anything. I could just use this for now. And my tiny little hummingbird form, I am going to start darting around through the trees, looking through the area, staying far away from anything or anyone that might come by, and I'm actually going to start like heading out around to see if I can find anything. Any traces of them that it would have been around here or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think they've left any traces behind.
Not really, no. Soul is, by the way, going to send a message because he didn't hear anything from Zell when he said, "Is like, are you here?" So he's just gonna send one to Hex, like, send a telepathy to Hex, like, what's going on?
You hear back. Giant fire elemental outside the wall.
It's like, what? I mean, I know we have one of those gems, so he's just kind of wide-eyed, looks at Era,
I just
and just kind of goes, if I had to guess what could be causing the smoke, I'd say a fire elemental.
You see
Oh.
4 more guards run down the road and out the gate.
Yes, that explains the guard.
And then
Let's see if I do.
to Hex
Oh,
again, he
God.
goes to Hex. He says again, it's like, well, I probably, if I'm right, I have a suspicion. Not the way I would have gone about getting him in here, but well.
I'm not going to say what the number was, but I rolled something to see if Zell would, and he totally does. He's ignoring Zeal, and he's going to start going to check out this area here. He's going to go around the back, though. He's not going to go the front.
He just misses Era and Soul stood outside.
Where's Vagrant? Vagrant eating?
No, Vagrant is in the kitchen whipping up lunch.
Yeah. I'm just going to systematically go from the back of the house, start going from window to window, just real quick, look inside, see if who's inside.
From that angle, you would probably see Vagrant through that window.
Yep. Because technically, I'm right here.
Okay. And like, hey, mentally, he's going to go, Seal, why didn't you want me to go in here? It seems like that's where I need to be.
Zeal's laughing, and your head sort of jerks off towards the big fortress. It says, "Your lovely sister is going to be in there, not in here."
Oh, geez. Okay. What? Okay. I am going to fly around the house, come to the front. Let's see them too.
We're just talking and trying to be cryptic.
Just gonna listen to them for a second, hear the very cryptic conversation. I'm going to fly in front of both of them, just look down at both of them, and then I'm gonna fly off.
I'm sorry, I'm perceiving that fucking hummingbird.
Era would have seen it, but I don't think that Soul would.
It's fair. It's gonna roll.
Soul's passive is not great.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Just looking dead eye to eye of both of you before flying off into the grove.
If it made a point to fucking make eye contact with us, I probably saw it.
I mean, it's like,
Oh.
it's like look and then gone.
Like,
Oh.
did that bird just... The fuck was that?
That was interesting.
I made lunch.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
It's like if anybody's ever seen a hummingbird in reality, they absolutely do that, where they'll just stop, look at you, and then take off.
They do. You're not wrong, but still, I don't even know if they've seen a hummingbird this whole time, and they're like, "What?"
Oh, here, let me describe the hummingbird. It is really dark coloration with the blue under on the side. You know how they have like this reflective feathers, so you just get this really large glint of blue streaks down the side of the hummingbird.
All right, yeah, no, I'm perceiving that shit as a do I recognize? Because I've seen Zell turn into animals, and I imagine they're usually rather thematic.
Usually in some way.
In usually some way, yeah. Do I fucking put two and two together that the hummingbird is Zell based on its coloration? Let's see. That is. What would that be?
Probably an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a fucking 5. Fuck me. Never mind. I don't.
Don't worry about it
It was
rolling.
too quick. It's too quick.
I mean, does Arrow?
Yeah.
Era could absolutely make that roll if she wants to.
What's my insight plus 5? So 23. I rolled an 18.
Soul's
Easy day.
Soul didn't get a good look at it.
Soul just looked over at it because Era was just staring off over Soul's shoulder.
Hey, too much still got to see the gown. There you go.
Yeah, that was a double take. Anyway. I got a few hours of this, but I'm not going to keep it for the few hours. I'm just going to land down by Mouse. And she saw me transform, so I would hope that she recognized me. But, we'll see. And I'm going to try and lead her deeper into this grove area as best I can so that we're away from anything that's populated, but still undercover.
Mouse just kind of yawns and follows you.
Yeah, pretty much. So I just want us to be as hidden as possible before I drop the form and be like, okay, well, hey, I found the Mouse.
You're standing literally on top of Mouse. Get off!
By the way, I'd like it to be said that I totally made Cuban sandwiches for lunch.
Oh, excellent.
Fantastic.
Sandwich.
Yes, please.
I had jalapeno waffles for breakfast with chicken.
Nice.
Oh.
Chicken and waffles.
I will say I've had paella at least once a day since I got here, so, thinking of you, Vagrant. Thinking of you every day.
Yeah, good. I mean, paella is fucking delicious.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I'll let you guys do something while I go do real life things for a minute and figure out what the fuck my plan is.
I was just like, oh, okay, the plan was not to find us. The plan is to do something with his sister. Good.
Nath, if you ever come to the United States, we're making you like really good food. We're taking you to places with which real good food is.
It's just like, wait.
I mean, I'll cook for you. Fuck it.
Yeah, same. We'll all meet
Every
up.
single
and
person
just-
here.
Yeah, we'll all meet up and just cook like ridiculous levels of food.
Oh, I mean, that just sounds great.
It's like it's the dangers of Josh and I living together.
Food.
I don't know what to call that a danger. I call that a success.
All of the food.
We're gonna need to work out. We're gonna need to work out.
It's it's fine.
These are the things you do for yourself to eat good food.
Yes. As Manera says, looks a lot like Zell. Soul's like, guess it. And
I mean, if it did, I'm sure that they would actually, hang around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Zol does send a message, and if Steve's not here, I'll repeat it when he gets back. Sends a message to Zell using the telepathy. Are you here? Where are you?
I dropped the form. Yeah. I'm here. I don't know if we can just, get away easily, so I'm kind of just staying out of the way as much as I can be unseen. But yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was kind of concentrating. This is a lot harder than Seal made it out to be.
Okay, if you wouldn't happen to be the reason there's an elemental?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Have you been outside of this building? There is a lot of guards in this area. I had to do something.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the amount of guards in the area. They all kind of swarmed me at one point.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was. We can go outside. So I went out. There are a lot more nosier than the people of Saltmarsh.
Okay. But yes, I'm not too far off. And yes, before you ask, that was me. But yes, I'm just gonna wait a little bit to the side, try to find some information best I can to make sure that we can all get out of here as quickly as possible.
So we have a couple of friends.
Oh?
Yeah, there's a little satyr, chaotic gremlin creature, round horns. His name is Elos. He helped us get rid of the literal eyes and ears your fucking freak show of a sister planted in the house to listen and watch us.
I don't even want to know what that means because you said literal.
So he seems cool, but I would be careful. And there's we have an ally in there's a guy named Hex. He's been helping us as well. I think he said he knows you.
In the back of your head, Zell, you hear Zeal. Wait, what?
Yeah. do any of us hear? Oh, I probably don't hear unless Zeal is talking while Zell's responding to me. I probably don't hear Zeal.
It's telepathy. It's not a mental link.
Yeah, it's telepathy. So. And I kind of describe what Hex looks like, even though, Zell already knows what Hex looks like. It's like, yeah, I think he was fall court or something. He, said he was your bodyguard previously. Don't know much more about that, and I don't know if it's my place to say, if I did know. So...
Well, I don't know, but I did meet them on the way in. They were talking with one of the sergeants that I nearly blew my cover with. So
yeah, he's the head of security. So
okay.
Yeah, I can tell him, I could tell him he'd probably make sure that there's no suspicion on you. If I tell him you're here.
No. You don't have to worry about that. Whoever that strange individual was, they're not making an appearance again anytime soon. So don't worry about that. And let's not tell Hex just yet that I'm here. I know the less that people know, the better. I think at the moment.
It's like.
But anyway, for now, glad you're safe. I'm mostly safe. I'm exhausted. I'm very exhausted and tired.
Do you want? Are you sure you don't want to? Like I said, there's no one can hear or listen. You can probably hide here pretty effectively.
Maybe not. I'm not sure that's a chance I want to take. Oh, by the way, Mouse says hi. She's right next to me.
Oh, I say hi back.
Well, yeah, therein lies a problem. I'm not going to leave Mouse by herself.
No.
And she's not going to be exactly easy to hide in the house.
No. Okay. I'll relay this to Aaron.
Yeah, but that's fine. I won't be that far away if need be. If you need to take a break for right now, though, because like I said, I'm not joking when I say I am exhausted. But yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's just a little more time, a little more time.
Yeah, okay. And he's gonna
Yep.
let the telepathy drop, just looks at Aaron, like, so he's in here. Not in the house, but he's...
So the hummingbird, what was that? Oh, okay. And he's good?
Ish? Got a heavy ish.
Ish.
Off of what he was saying.
Better than it could have been.
Yeah, said not to tell Hex that he's here.
Shocker.
Okay.
Well, I told him about Hex and Elos, because, we've got some friends here. Oh. I get it. I'll be right back. Just knock at the door. I'm gonna come get it. Why the doors? Oh, open the door. Walk over to the door and... Hello? Oh! I don't know why you're talking in text.
Just walking in the door is Veranestra standing there. It's just, oh, hello.
Hi. How? Yes?
I do hope you're ready.
For what? I haven't really...
You remember what we discussed?
Discussed a few different things.
Yes. I do say it's time that you begin your training.
Ah! That. About that. Yeah, yes, sure. Yep, you're probably right. Yeah. What else am I gonna do, really? There's only so much entertainment that a grove can offer.
Yes. Do grab your friends. I do believe they would come in handy as well.
I don't like the sound. He's kind of looking at Era and Vagrant like, okay. And his warning look at Veranestra. It's like,
Wait, what's this about some training?
Will come in handy?
I'm really not sure. I'm assuming this has something to do with that whole, going to fight Mephistopheles thing, though. Yep. So, I figured, yep, alright. And I'm just gonna, just a branch, just like, what am I gonna do? Not follow you? You could probably just drag me if you wanted.
Why? I wouldn't be so brash.
You'd have one of the guards walk in and drag me. That's probably what you'd do. Do the body lock thing again, just have them pick me up and carry me off.
They're quite useful for the physical effects.
Yeah. Let's go.
One of these days, that woman is going to say something and do something incredibly stupid. And I'm going to kill her.
In the back of your mind, Vagrant, you hear her voice say, "You're welcome to try any time."
Oh, okay. Does she make that mental connection with me?
She does.
I open myself fucking wide for that.
I'm screaming.
She sort of rubs the back of her head. Everybody, you all see this. She's rubbing the back of her head. And, well, you're not quite alone in that little lonely world of yours, are you?
Not even fucking close.
Do say hi to them for me. I do look forward to meeting them someday.
I'm gonna kill this bitch. I don't care what it takes. I don't care how many episodes later. I don't care. I'm going to fucking kill this bitch.
Bitch gonna die. Soul will dare a message at Zell again. Just be like, you're being moved. Your sister showed up.
Probably not
Uh-oh.
gonna respond.
Uh-oh.
There's a reason that I specifically said I'm going deeper into this grove, away from everything.
Okay, ignoring the
Now.
pterodactyl.
No, that's the dragonfly.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the dragonfly.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
dragonfly.
just want to be sure.
She's going to gesture and say, if you would be so kind as to bring forth one of your tabs.
You know, I really don't have much control of that, so...
Well, this is how you'll learn control.
And he's not gonna ask how she knows. He's like, you know what? There were ears, there were eyes. You've learned. All right, gonna roll for that shape change.
PD, can I don't know if I can, but if in my hidden area, can I see any of them coming out there and everything?
Oh, you definitely heard them coming.
Okay.
Just grab Mouse and be like, get down.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to mentally apologize to Mouse real quick and actually transform her into a mouse, and then I'm going to also polymorph myself into a mouse. As I shape myself into a mouse.
You're now
So
mice.
we are now mice. We are now low and harder to see in the bushes, because fuck all that.
Because yeah, stopping the giant actual kitten from jumping on Dad would have been good luck. Just coming out.
Like, I know. Just time. There's a time. There'll be a time.
This'll be fine.
2. So Icarus. Oh, good. So Zell gets to see Icarus. So brief description, because well, actually, I don't need to do a huge description because
I know what the crystal is like.
yeah. Hair falls down. We get all the shimmery. The wings get all big and beetly. So I have to figure out how Icarus actually talks. And what should I roll to determine how long he's going to be stuck like this?
D8, please.
D8. Which is this one. 6 hours.
Perfect.
It's like, alright.
She looks at... Yeah, she looks at you with a raised eyebrow and says, "Oh, it's the one I was hoping to get."
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how much help I'm going to really be. But hello.
I imagine you're the reason that our dear Zell hasn't gone chaotic, I should say.
Is that the soul hasn't gone chaotic? I'm assuming is what you mean because you said so.
Yes, Zell. Soul.
It's like, as in a word, I don't really. I haven't really been able to. I haven't really done much, I would say, other than keep him alive when he was roaming around the forest. We were both rather locked up tight, as it were.
Oh, you give yourself so little credit. I know that the devil side would absolutely be trying to gain just a smidgen of your power.
He shrugs, like, I honestly don't know if he's even conceived of it yet. He's smart, but he's a loner. I think. I haven't really talked to him, you see.
Oh, so that explains it. Well, you see, I have a bit of a favor to ask you.
Oh?
I'd like you to talk to it.
That is a bad idea.
I know.
You know, I do hear most of what happens. I know what you want, and my entire goal here is to keep this one alive. That seems rather counterproductive to that whole thing. I've done a lot of work to keep him from killing himself.
Yes, well, you do have a bit more to think about now, don't you? And she sort of waves a hand at Air and Vagrant.
Oh, I know.
So who should go first?
Neither.
The bird?
Vagrant! Don't.
Oh, you want Vagrant to go first?
No! I'm telling Vagrant not to try to shoot you, because that's a poor decision.
I'm not trying to shoot anybody yet. Thank you very much. I am simply stepping in front of the burb.
Fair, but people tend to, from experience, people tend to take stepping in front of as a sign if you want to fight. Even though you're not intending to fight anyone.
If we have a volunteer, that'd be fine with me.
Listen to me right now. You touch either of their heads, or either of any part of their body, honestly. And I am not responsible for whatever either of the other things inhabiting this body decide to do to you. I, unlike Ignis, am quite fond of listening to the one who's mainly in control of this body, and I will absolutely do whatever he wishes me to do within reason, as long as it's not completely asinine.
Ah, it seems that you both are rather fond of the bird, then.
I am fond of both of them. Yes. But I don't think you needed me to tell you that. I'm pretty sure that was made very clear on the forefront.
What a shame. Yep. So behind Era,
Oh.
you see sort of a shadow form. It, oh. Let's see.
Oh, I'm gonna have to,
Yep.
in a second, I'm gonna have to ask if I learned anything new about Icarus this next time if it'll turn into him.
This shadow. What's the stat block? Looks like an eyeball with a bunch of tentacles with eyeballs,
Oh.
and it sort of shimmer.
Oh! Beholder. Okay. Sort of.
Nope. Nope. Look, I have beholder-related trauma, okay?
Fair enough, Joe.
You know how hard it is to not do anything? I am. Nope, can't do anything.
You really
can't do
won't
anything.
wish for me to try to talk to him right now in this grove where there are innocent people. You do realize if that goes poorly, that you die, they die, I die, you lose your entire point to this entire little experiment.
She smirks and says, "If you believe for a second I'm not prepared for that."
You are nuts.
The eyes all point at the back of Era's head.
Now, did I say I wasn't going to do it?
You're certainly taking your time.
It's a bit difficult when I'm in the forefront. It's not like I have practice.
I need to start making wisdom saving throws.
Fine. Ignis! Hello. Soul, Ignis. Either of you hear me? Either of you do. How
Mm,
exactly do I talk to this man? It would enlighten me. Unlike Ignis, was not born with knowledge, okay?
give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm also turning British.
Trust me, it happens on occasion. You just kind of drift into that one.
I'm
It
also.
does.
That is a 20.
I personally love
Perfect.
hearing.
Actually, 22. Or no, 21. Sorry.
Even better. Even better. So, yeah. Soul, you find yourself in the middle of that hallway.
Fuck.
The doors at either end open.
Oh, that doesn't seem good.
The devil steps out of the one, and the fairy steps out of the other. The devil says, "You called."
Which one said that you called?
The devil.
Oh, you. Okay. She wants you two to talk. Am I still in control of it, Chris? I don't know.
Faye, I think you know what's going to happen. I'm just going to describe this, though, so you can talk however you want, because I know you know where this is going.
Yeah.
For those on the outside, you see this weird form taking shape, sort of like these fire horns are bursting out, but the wings are still very much the fairy wings, and the soul starts sort of floating in air just slightly.
I'm
Yeah,
getting.
totally.
Dang it! I can't say it. Oh no, I can't. I'm getting infected.
The fairy still has full control over the body.
Yeah. It would seem she wishes us to speak. Be careful how close we get. I remind you, our two of our close companions are nearby.
So you want to deny me the taste of this? I know you've been hiding your power.
Unlike you, I believe it kinder to introduce power slowly.
He steps forward one step. Soul floats just a little bit higher and starts glowing slightly.
Icarus does not step forward and is just resolutely standing still.
Soul, in front of you, you see Veranestra appear as she forms a mental link with Soul.
Uh-oh. So it's like, can we not with the... Why are you in my... Every mental mind shit all the time? What?
She giggles and says, "That's enough for now. The devil can go back in his little cage."
I will straight up take your like this for a second. That man is growls at Veranestra very loudly. In indignation at that.
She, let's see. Yeah. She, I need, what is this save? Wisdom saving throws from both Ignis and the fairy.
Alright. So for Ignis, that is a 10.
Excellent.
For the fairy. That is 17. I'll write this down.
You both fail. She points in both doors and says in a commanding voice, "Return to your homes."
And oh, good. And Soul's like, oh, you can do that too. Good.
So, Soul, you regain control of your body.
You just drop out of the air.
You just drop out of the air. You were floating maybe 6 inches above the ground.
Okay, still a little bit of a stumble slightly because I wasn't expecting to not be on the ground. Looks at us like, I did something weird, didn't I?
She smiles and said, "You just took the first steps to merging your true selves."
Merging my true selves. God. Merging my true selves, she says. Or maybe not. You know, maybe this is me. That would, you know.
Is the Shadow Beholder still around?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then when you come to consciousness, Vagrant is pointing both guns at Veranestra's head.
Great.
One at each one.
Yeah.
One up here, one down there.
It's like, and is physically starting to shake because they know what's about to happen.
Vagrant.
Vagrant, if you're pointing your weapons at Veranestra, you don't see that the beholder sort of wrapped its tentacles around Era.
Veranestra! I did what you wanted. Put it away.
There is definitely.
Let me get an image of this for Nath, who probably has no clue what a beholderkin looks like.
Yeah. Well, listen to me right now. You do anything to either of them, I will not. Well, I will make this the most difficult thing possible for you. I will sooner off myself than help you. Leave them be. I cooperate. Understood.
Is this a persuasion or a deception roll?
Certainly not being
Sounds like an intimidation, if anything.
It's a threat, is what it is.
No, yeah. So yeah, is it an intimidation or a deception roll?
I mean, it's a fucking threat. I don't think there's any deception about it.
Okay, then it's intimidation. Go ahead and roll your intimidation.
Motherfucker, this is a promise. Fuck you.
This is our fucking. Yeah, he's 100% growling. And the hair is absolutely starting to light up. He's getting ready to just let the rage out at this point. That is 16 if it's using charisma. Regardless. Hell yes!
She has a +3 to her charisma.
Shit!
She pouts and says, "Oh, come now, y'all are no fun."
I don't play with my captors, thank you very much.
Why not? It can be so enlightening.
Oh, maybe because I've spent enough time as someone's fucking pet.
Now, there's an interesting thought.
Give her any ideas.
He glares.
So very worried and very confused.
Try it, and I'm gonna bite your hand off. Oh god. Not quite a beholder, but closest we're gonna get.
Just
She has a beholder hat.
gonna be in my little corner rolling wisdom saving throws.
She's going to look at Vagrant and tell them, I suggest you put them down. It's not going to turn out the way you think it will. Or would you prefer my friend visit you? A tentacle sort of reaches out towards Vagrant.
All right, you push the damn button.
Yeah, I think we're both about to fucking like.
Without moving an eye from Veranestra, Vagrant just points that gun at the beholder and just starts fucking pulling the trigger.
Oh. This is good. This is very good.
Drama.
Fuck. It's a good thing I just finished painting that cabinet because now I'm back for a minute.
And
The
absolutely is gonna rage out in a second.
the blast just goes right through it and just vanishes.
The blast go. Wait, what?
Oh, thank God I rolled high. Whew.
Bye bye. He was an illusion, apparently. Just to pull back the rage a little bit.
Just gonna...
There isn't anything else you needed.
At this point, with the sound of gunfire,
Oh, yeah, here comes the fucking troops.
Flump. Fuck you. Get off the tree. 4 guards march up. Veranestra just turns slightly towards them and just gestures for them to stand still. Looks at Soul and says, why, yes. I believe that is sufficient for today.
Fantastic. Great.
Your training shall resume tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if you would mind, we are in the middle of lunch. And he's going to walk past, and he's just the glare that is then just constricted pupil, barely contained rage glare at Veranestra.
She is grinning back.
If you weren't an Archfey, I already sent you flying.
Vagrant walks past walks past Veranestra and just looks up to the guard, to the entire guard squad, and just activates their form of dread right in front of, like, 2 feet away.
It's like, hey, bitches, fuck off.
They just say to the entire squad, move.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it worked.
That is absolutely beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woof.
One succeeded at least.
Me, man, come on.
You can see one sort of just shaking, and the rest just kind of stand aside. For information, this is the one that's shaking.
Huh, I don't have control over my own token. That's weird.
Here, you can have control over your token.
That's so strange.
It's just a
There.
separate. Yeah.
There we go.
And as we pass on that shaking soul, will add to that once poor terror and just snarl at him too.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll.
Since I'm doing it like a physical bodily thing, can I do strength instead of charisma?
You're just snarling.
It's snarling in the arm. It's like a whole butt. Like he leans forward to the snarl and with the arms out and everything.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All I'm picturing is like the most adorable kid just going rawr.
Rawr.
Rawr, rawr. Ask my
That
1-year-old, what sound does a lion make?
I mean, it's not
Rawr.
great. It's still an 8, but yeah.
Oh, good.
So it wasn't
Boy,
amazing.
those we're doing great in the intimidation factor
Oh.
today. Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Rawr."
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like, Soul's like, Soul's the one who kind of backs up, tail like kind of
This
like, I don't like
this
that.
guy's got a fear fetish. Mm-hmm.
Turns bright red. It's like,
This has backfired.
I'm leaving. It doesn't help the entire time that there's no way he was terribly intimidating in the sky blue fucking gown he's wearing. that didn't help anything.
They get a bit further away, I was just gonna be like, "Are you guys okay?"
As a mouse, I'm gonna by myself go out towards like the edging of the forest, little grove area here, and just keep an eye on Venerestra as much as I can, see what she does.
Mouse is right behind you.
Just, okay.
It's literally
And I'm just watching her, see if she
Wait,
faces towards me and talks, I'm gonna read her lips.
She doesn't say anything. She's just watching them go.
Soul is resolutely not going to say anything until we were back in the house where we can't be heard.
Vagrant is very pointedly muttering under their breath in deep speech, just like going, the first chance I get, I'm gonna fucking kill her. I don't care how strong she is. I don't care if I die in the process. I'm going to make sure this bitch will never fucking do this shit again. And they're saying that in deep speech as they march forward towards the house.
As y'all reach the house, she turns back to her guards, and Zell's the only one who hears her tell them, "It seems that they have taken care of my spies, so I need you to follow them when they depart." And she just sort of turns, takes flight.
That door gets slammed shut, I'm sure. So just infuriating woman, infuriating fairy. I don't like fairy. I've decided I don't like fae. Fae, don't like him.
Except for very few, they don't seem all that nice, do they?
You know what? I take that. I like Zell. I'm cool with Hex. It's what I've heard of Oberon. Okay, those 3 only. All the other ones, no.
While I still have time on Mouse's polymorph, I'm gonna have Mouse follow me. We're gonna sneak our way over to the house behind it.
That's going to take a while.
Yep, that's fine. I don't know how far that distance is, but we're doing it.
What is the movement speed of a mouse?
I don't know. Mouse has got to be something, though, right?
The movement speed of a mouse. No, I do not care. Do not care. Go away.
look up some of this stuff.
20 feet.
It's in my extras, right? 20 feet?
20 feet.
All right, well, dash, so 40 feet.
Yep. That's going to take a hot minute.
How far are we talking?
200 something feet.
Okay, so this is accurate. Super long.
Yeah, 200 feet.
Yeah. For a mouse, I mean,
So 5 minutes. It'll take.
sure, 5 minutes. That's fine. That's plenty of time. Polymorph will be active. It lasts for an hour. Wild shape for me lasts for 4 hours, so plenty of time.
By the back of the house, you mean, yeah, the back where the kitchen is, the window.
Yeah. Are these windows glassed or are they open?
No, they're open.
Okay. We're skittering inside then.
Just sitting at the table, just rubbing his fucking temples. I like to imagine, by the way, when he was hovering up, that there was totally. I have like those like veins or cracks or whatever that for Ignis, or the ones that show up for his rage. I like to imagine his hands and shit were starting to get all that. Like, God, fuck, infuriating.
You okay?
No, she's very willing to have me blow up in here and possibly take you with me. And if I don't try to edge the realm of blowing myself up, I don't know what she's gonna do to either of you. All I can hope is that I can threaten her enough that she thinks that killing you or hurting you in some way will just make the situation worse for her.
Yeah.
It's like the world's most fucked up game of chicken.
It is, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm going to kill her.
She is a godlike being, you know.
And
And last I checked, none of us were gods.
Look, I may not succeed. I may die in the process. She may come back to life 5 seconds later. I don't know. I'm going to kill her. At least once.
Oh, trust me, I'm right there with you. As soon as just once I figure out how to kill a god, you know what? Maybe Korth was onto something.
Almost
Yeah.
a shame we don't
I
have any
almost-
of that, though.
Almost miss Korth now, don't you, motherfuckers? Oh no, we'll never have to fight godlike beings. I'm like, this is a D&D game. Of course we will.
I mean, in meta, yeah, obviously we will, but, you know, these are just, you know, at the time we thought, you know, they thought they were average Joe Schmo. We don't kill gods.
It's starting to feel
I love
more and
it.
more like we need a plan. But I don't know what we even plan.
Where do we go? Where the fuck do we go? We don't
Well,
know.
here- We don't know anybody, but we do know people who know people.
I mean,
Here's the
we know
thing.
people.
Yes, and they know people. But here's the thing. If we're gonna go against Veranestra, we need someone of equal or higher power. So,
I mean,
no, that's absolutely what we need.
no, you're right. And I mean, we technically.
Look, Zell may be at his peak, her equal, but I don't know.
Hearing us talk about Zell, it's great.
Um,
I mean, has it been 5 minutes yet? Because otherwise I'm not there.
Oh, true.
probably.
Yeah.
has been.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We need someone with. So who are the other? Wait. There's been so much text. I don't remember. Do we know that she's leading the summer court now?
Yeah. You
Okay,
know.
good. Okay. There's been so much green text and red text and stuff that I'm like, okay, what don't we know? Yeah. So we need someone on our side who is, say, the leader of a court. You know, Mab came in through conversation.
Oberon.
But frankly, I don't trust Oberon. If this is the summer court, I'd much rather go deal with the opposite in the winter.
Okay, but based on information we don't know anything about Mab. We know that Oberon was actually looking for Zell, was friends with Novus, was certainly willing to help cover up the fact that I was in. He's on our side.
Yes, but is he equivalent to her?
And at that point, Zell and
High
Mouse both
King,
jump
I
into the
imagine.
window. And Zell is himself again.
Holy shit! Hi!
Instantly, 2 guns pointed up. You
I imagine.
fucking asshole!
I think Soul just the clattering as the chair that Soul was sat in just gets yeeted across the ground as he just stands up.
And Zell just kind of smiles, looking at Vagrant, their guns pointing at him. Just, it's good to see you guys too.
Mouse just tackles Zell or Soul.
Soul gets up, starts moving, tackle. It's like, ah, nice to see you. Yep, hi, girl. Yes, hi. Ow, 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 your tongue. It's very, very sandpaper. You need to knot my face. Get off. Okay.
Oh,
Ow.
one, I guess. Good job. So my dear sister decided to reveal that. Oh, hi! You guys got really close. What's that?
Very rapid, very strong, near squishing embrace.
Hi. So has like a slight like tear build up, but he's still smiling. Hi.
This is just
Fuck it! And grabs Era and just big group hug.
I mean, that's not worse. Okay, I will. Okay.
This is where we are now. Accept it.
No, this is nice. It's been a long few days for me. I'm sure it's been a lot for you guys too.
Oh, it's been a few days. Okay, it's been a few days for him, so it's been what, like 9 or 10 days for us now here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Over a week.
over a week. Yeah.
This place sucks.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, some of it does. Some of it's really nice. I met my dad. That was kind of cool. Since I heard you all were talking about him. Could you let go? You're kind of squishing me a little bit, actually.
Sorry. That's just sorry.
No, it's okay. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, it's okay.
Did you get taller?
Maybe. I've been kind of busy to notice.
Did he get taller?
He did get taller.
He did get taller. How tall is he now?
Let's go at 5 foot even now.
5 foot even. Okay. And it's still just like, he did get taller.
Yeah. I'm actually almost head height with you now.
And he was just like, why are you dressed like one of the guards?
Oh, right. Yeah. It's how I. Yeah. Okay. How do I put this?
At this point, it's like hanging off of him too, because he was much bigger when he put this on.
Yeah. Because I was like a foot taller when I put it on, so I was actually closer to 6 feet when I put this. So it is like loose. And he's kind of like holding on to one bit there, like, oh, right. I should probably put my clothes back on.
You just gonna put room over there if you want.
No, it's fine. He just kind of take the tops off. He's still wearing his own undergarments. He's just gonna put his own clothes back on. It's not like we haven't seen other things before.
Yeah, but you know.
Poor Era.
Oh, what the hell? Why is there a needle under my desk? Ugh.
The plan has come to fruition.
Get out. But yeah, as I was saying, so whatever you guys did to make it so she can't see in here, she just told the guards that she lost her spies or whatever that is.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's good. Hi, everybody. Are you okay? Kind of walks up to Era and like gives her a hug. Like, are you okay?
Hug Zell back and just missed you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And as good as it can be. How have you been?
It's been a journey. I'll walk over to Vagrant afterwards and give them a hug as well. And be like, how many times have you had to not shoot somebody?
Oh, in this place, a lot. Good to see you. Also, your family's fucked.
Well, my dad seems cool. My sister, not so much.
And look, I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm not leaning too much good standing on your mother either if we ever fucking meet her.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that at this moment. But we'll figure it out. First, we need to get out of here, though.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is there anywhere
Leslie.
we can go?
I have no idea yet. We need to figure that out. Probably at least by tomorrow, because I am exhausted. And I'm going to go over to Soul and I'm going to fly up, give a massive hug around the shoulders as best he can, and kind of just lay his head on Soul's shoulder and just be like, I just need this for a minute.
No, good. You're fine. He's gonna go ahead and he's perfectly. It's like you don't even need to keep flying. He's just like, I've got you.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. And talking through Soul's shoulder. So I don't know much except that there's a lot of people outside. They're kind of angry, just particularly because they really just want to fight something. And he lifts his head up. And getting out of here might be difficult. What's up with the giant dragonfly?
It flies. It's a motive. It's like a flying carriage shaped like a dragonfly.
Okay.
We got to fly in it. It was weird.
Right. Well,
He's going to. He definitely hasn't. He didn't, by the way, immediately as soon as Zeldan turned his head and kissed side of Zell's head. That didn't happen. That definitely.
All right, save the lovey-dovey for later. There's a perfectly comfortable bed upstairs for that nonsense.
Yes and no. At that point. So we need to leave.
Tail twitch.
I don't see any reason why not. I mean, remember that one time we came here? We could try doing that. That's how I got here in the first place.
I thought about that. The only problem is
there's no guarantee that they can come too.
Yeah, that's the problem. And if I've learned some things, I don't know how much of it you're prepared to hear right now. But I know that they are capable of shutting off the ability to teleport. Okay. And if they realize we've left, they might shut that off. Which means if they got left behind, we might not be able to come back.
Okay. Well, honestly, just getting as far away from here would probably be the best thing that we can do.
At least for the moment, and then figure out going to and from after that point.
I'm actually kind of surprised that there's a gate to this fortress, because every other place I've been to, it's just walls, because we fly over them.
Not all the soldiers are fairies.
True.
Here's the thing. We have a robot to murder first.
Yeah, 12-7's not even here. Where are they?
I don't know. They stayed back with the fucking doc.
They're a parent creator, and I am going to blow holes in the robot. That's just going to happen.
I don't think I actually saw 12-7 take Soul.
No, you did. He was the one who.
But no, I was paying attention to Veranestra at the time. Like, I was like heavily paying attention to her, so I don't.
Well, you know that you had, when you come up, 12-7 was the one who had Soul by the horns, was trying to drag him through. So you know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And honestly, if 12-7's going to be like this, then I'm not worried about them right now. I'm more worried about us. And us needs to get out of here. That's just a matter of figuring out how. I heard you said my Oberon's name. Oh, I could try to contact him and see what he could do to help us get out of here, but I assume we have to get out of here first.
I don't know. You know just as much as we do. I have no idea. But probably. I don't
Actually,
imagine he can do much if he wasn't here.
that's a very good question. What is his actual position here?
From what I can tell, he's kind of just in charge of everybody in a way.
So
They
is
had
he
a lot of
higher than
paperwork when I was
Veronestra?
there. Well, I mean, it's their dad, so yes.
Yeah,
But
doesn't necessarily.
yeah,
Mhm.
because I don't really understand how this works, because it's kind of like, I guess is the way you can look at each court, kind of like its own kingdom, if that makes sense, and there's someone in
Right.
charge on each side.
Well, then, okay, then that's pretty obvious what we do. We get the hell out of the summer court and go to anywhere else.
He was in the fall court. That's where I met up with him before I came here. Seems like the best place to go. Well, the autumn court, I mean.
Right.
Getting out of here might be difficult. I mean, you saw how I got in, so it's going to be probably harder to get out. Also, she did say that since your spies are gone, that the guards around here are going to follow you everywhere you go, outside the house.
Well, we can probably work with that, depending on which guard they assign to us.
Oh,
And also, I can turn 2 people invisible, so that helps.
Yeah, that helps. I
I can
disguise myself pretty well, actually.
turn someone invisible as well.
Hey, yo, that's everybody.
Here we go. So we just figure out our best course of action for slipping out, then.
Right. I don't know if I can do it today, though.
No,
it's been a journey for me to get here.
I imagine. And as much as I don't want to give Veronestra any more of those lessons at the same time, we learn just as much from her sometimes as she's probably getting from us.
Right. Let me try. I really don't want to use it too much around here, because I don't know if somebody could just listen in on it, but I'm gonna try and talk to Og and see what they say about all of this.
Sounds good.
Is there a room with no windows in here that I can use?
That bedroom doesn't have any windows. Then the go upstairs. There aren't any. Oh no, the back bedroom or the kitchen don't have windows.
Okay, I'll just go into this room.
Yeah.
Mouse should come with me too, so that in case somebody's looking through, he can't be seen.
Wow.
Soul just puts him down.
Looks at Soul, was like, "Don't worry, I took care of her." Oh, also, and he kind of throws his backpack down, and you just hear a clunk sound. Yeah,
You did not.
your sword and your armor. I figured you might want this, just all the under armor stuff for it, so the leathers and the cloth, so it doesn't chafe. Like,
Oh, he did bring that.
Here you go. Wow, that's so much lighter.
He's just like, oh my god, actual clothing.
I mean, don't put it on yet, obviously.
No,
but
I'm not.
when the time's right, at least you'll have it.
Stow it under the bed for right now, I suppose. I can pull it out.
Man, I was at near max capacity with just 2 items. It's absurd.
This isn't way much, but the combined leather and the boots and the
Yeah, well, also my carrying capacity is I have a -1 strength, so.
Oh yeah.
about that.
I love how about that mithril weighs the same as like normal plate, even though it's supposed to be lighter.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense, but whatever.
The whole point that it's lighter.
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this when we talk about being invisible. He pulls out. I made this potion when we were at the manor before all this happened. The potion of invisibility. If we really need that, go that route, I could just be invisible instead of, making myself look like someone else and messing up completely because I don't know how to talk to people.
I'm sure you did fine. You got in here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Besides, like I said, we have allies. If we can bring them over here and help us get out, I think it'll work fine.
Right. All right. I'm gonna lay down for a minute, and then I'm gonna try and talk to somebody. Now, I'm sure Soul sees it, especially like the underneath his eyes is just super dark, and he just looks like mentally and physically just exhausted.
Oh, I mean, I don't look much better. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, we've been cuddled upon and sleeping in the house, but Mr. Anxiety has been sleeping well. Let's be real.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good. So he's like, as he's saying those last words, he kind of just falls into the bed, cuddles up to Mouse, and just sleeps.
He's also
And it's a perfect place to end.
Soul wants to just dive in there and be like, "I will make you warm. You stay there."
Yeah, no, it's like, do I give space? What do I do?
It's a double bed with a medium and technically still small creature. So I don't know, when are you gonna qualify me as a medium creature, Petey?
Yeah, at this point, you're a medium creature, and you gotta imagine, Mouse is a cat.
Yeah, Mouse can be all over the place.
Cats somehow managed to take up a queen.
That's very true.
Yeah,
A big
but
cat.
let's be real. If I shove her, she'll get out of the way. It's like, get the
No, this is my cuddle bug. This is a good place to end.
Yeah. Hey, I'm back, guys.
Yay!
Yay!
And for
Red
the curious, I
rum.
will release the channel.
Yay!
Red rum.
Yes. Okay.
Finally! See all of the things on this rescue mission. Yay!
Yep.
Oh.
The reason I say this is a good time to end is because I gotta catch dinner before they close.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Go
you
do
should.
that. Yes.
Holy Jesus, is this long? I'm just trying to go back to the beginning again. Christ.
Where's the beginning?
Oh,
I'll be looking at that in a second.
Yeah, I'll
Things
probably
happen.
be looking at that tomorrow because I'm.
Things happen, rolls happened.
Oh gosh.
Time for lunch.
You are reading older messages. Yep.
I have a burger with my name on it, and I'm gonna go devour that motherfucker.
Yes, enjoy. Are you gonna keep streaming, Faye?
No, I'm gonna be about wrapping up in just a second.
Okay, yeah. Then I will bid you guys farewell.
I'll be back in a second.
Goodbye, Nath.
I'm gonna deafen and then I'll
Bye.
be talking in just a second.
Yeah. So that is the end of that for today. I'm sorry. I've not been completely present because I've hardly had any sleep at all the last couple of days. It's been I think maybe I've had about 5 hours in the last 72 hours. No, wait. 48 hours. 48 hours. I can't even. Yeah, not quite present. So I'm sorry about that. I've been trying my best to make brain work, but it's not been going well. So I will be trying to sleep again. Hopefully actually manage to get some sleep. I'll have to eat first, but Yeah. Have a good rest tonight. See you next week. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed, despite me not really being all that all that engaged, I suppose. I've been trying, but yeah, my brain's just kind of down for maintenance, I guess you could say. But we need to find someone to raid. Let's see. It's, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and we usually raid the people we usually raid who also stream D&D. So we're gonna do that now as well. Let's see if I can just Route 66. Yeah, let's do that. I do enjoy watching the D&D game. Watching D&D is so much fun. Yeah, it really is. Like, D&D is just so much fun. Oh, but yeah, I've not been at the top of my game today. That I will not pretend otherwise, basically. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back again tomorrow. I've posted a schedule. I've actually posted a schedule in my About section as well. I've posted the schedule in the Discord server, but I've also posted it on the About section on Twitch as well. So my schedule is now. I'm going to update that every week. Is my plan. I hope it's readable. It's my handwriting, so you know that's a bit. Yeah, but yeah. So I have a schedule. I'm gonna be sticking to that. I will be updating each week. I may not be doing the same games per week. Like that could change. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. So tomorrow will be rad. And that's gonna be fun. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. I hope you have fun with some more D&D. And if not tomorrow, then I hope to see you soon. Bye, 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 goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye.